You are free to believe or not to believe what we say now. All we are doing is presenting before you some facts seen in some ancient scripture of the world. And that scripture is the Veda. Perhaps it's the most ancient scripture of the world. The Vedas are at least 15,000 years old. Veda is a Sanskrit word. It means knowledge. Veda means knowledge. All knowledge is Veda. Can knowledge have a date of birth? So, the Veda also has no date of birth. It's considered ancient and eternal. Knowledge is revealed from time to time like it did to Newton on some particular point of history. So, what we call the Vedas, the scriptures of the Hindus, are revelations. In their present form, the Vedas are at least 15,000 years old, as I said. The Veda is divided into 4 books or 4 parts. Each book is further divided into 4 divisions. Of all of them, the Rig Veda Samhita is the most important. The Rig Veda is the most ancient part of the Vedas. The Samhita portion of the Rig Veda contains hundreds of hymns in Sanskrit. Each hymn further contains different number of verses called mantras. Every verse is a mantra. Some hymns have 5 mantras, some may have 50, some may have 100. There is no limit. However, all these mantras and hymns are ancient truths. They are not poetry. They are cryptic, enigmatic verses full of symbolism. The Vedic hymns are not poetry. They are called meditations or revelations. They are not imaginary writings. They are also, in a way, history of what happened in those days. In the Rig Veda Samhita, we find mention of some races which were not of the earth, which used to visit the earth. The Rig Veda is the first book which speaks of alien races, perhaps. Of the non-earthly races mentioned in the Rig Veda, the most important ones are Rbhus, Maruts, Ashvins or Nasatyas. We do not know what they were or who they were, but the Vedas mention them as non-earthly or non-terrestrial people. It is clear from the Rig Veda that the earth had visitors from outer space some 15,000 years ago or earlier. First, about the nature of these people who came. Ashvins are twins. They may have been twins or they might have looked alike. In either case, they were similar in appearance. The Ashvins are repeatedly mentioned in the Rig Veda as Ashvins or Nasatyas. The Ashvins looked alike. Their eyes were broad. Their works were exceptional. Their capabilities were superhuman. The next were the Maruts. The Maruts were also similar in nature, appearance, and so were the Rbhus, the third group. Now, the Vedas sometimes mention them as Devas. Who is a Deva or what is a Deva? One who shines is a Deva. That which shines is Deva. Dyotanath is the Sanskrit word, that which shines. So the Vedas mention these 3 races of human beings or extraterrestrial beings as Devas. Now, how did they come to the earth? The Rig Veda repeatedly praises the chariots of the aliens or the other earthly beings. The Ashvins, the Rbhus and the Maruts had exceptional chariots. They did not need horses, says the first mandala of the Rig Veda. Mandala means chapter. The first mandala of the Rig Veda has a hymn which describes the spaceship of the Ashvins. O Ashvins, your strange chariot has 3 pilot seats, 3 bandhura. Your strange flying chariot has 3 corners, 3 vrita. Your flying chariot also has 3 wheels, 3 chakra, and it can turn in any direction easily. Please come down, fill the earth with glory. O Ashvins, increase our strength. Your vehicle is better than the best of eagles because they fly very fast. Your vehicle is so light that it's like a butterfly. May this great mechanical eagle carry you to us always. Your flying chariot is faster than water that rains. No eagle or flying bird can overtake your vehicle in speed. but your vehicles put you at the exact spot at the exact moment when you wish to reach where you wish to reach. Abhipravo vahanti says the Sanskrit word. The Vedas also explain that the space chariots of the Ashvins fly extremely fast. They come thrice a day if possible to the earth. It can also dive into the ocean with ease and fly in space with equal ease. Now, this is one thing repeatedly mentioned in the Rig Veda. For the spaceships of the aliens or the other earthly beings, water or air was of no consequence. They were the same. They could enter anything, come out of anywhere with equal ease. What did the aliens do on the earth? The Rig Veda repeatedly mentions some strange activities of these people, the Ashvins, the Rbhus and the Maruts. Once, a king sent his son with a huge army to curb enemies who were attacking his kingdom. The army went by ships. Unfortunately, the ship sank and the king's son was drowned. Instantly, Ashvins flew in. They brought a few more of their spaceships, and within 3 days they removed everyone who was drowned from the ocean and put them in safe place. The king was pleased. Next, these ancient people of some different planet or maybe from different space came and revived an aging person and made him a youth. They also took out a piece of skin from a dead cow and made a real cow. They fixed an artificial limb to Vishphala, a queen or a princess who had gone to fight and had lost her leg. One day, the Ashvins heard the wails of an aging monk who was blind and who had fallen into a well. They flew down and removed him out of the well. He was there in the well for 9 days and 9 nights. According to Sayanacharya, the great commentator of the Rig Veda, it's difficult to say who these people were. He says that they might have been human beings who had attained to certain states of perfection and have lived elsewhere. Or, in one place, Sayanacharya also comments that these Rbhus, Ashvins and Maruts were human beings only. Perhaps they had special powers. At other places, he says that they come from the path of the sun, they come from other worlds, and so on. It's difficult to understand because of the time. The Vedas were translated into German, English, etc. by Professor Max Muller, Griffith, and others. Now, there was a disadvantage when they were translating the Vedas. In those days, they did not know that human beings could fly. There were no aeroplanes. It was an imaginary thought that one day human beings also could grow wings and fly. That was the idea. So they did not know. So wherever there are verses about flying, certain different types of translations have been made. Thus, we cannot understand what exactly is the truth. It's difficult to understand the Vedas. It is difficult to translate the Vedas because the Sanskrit is tough and the verses are enigmatic. They are like formulae. You cannot easily understand a formula unless you know how to derive it. So this is the situation about the Vedas and the aliens. Yes, there used to be some people who used to visit the earth often. That was known to the Vedic people some 15,000 years ago. This is what they have recorded in their books. We don't know who they are. It's up to you to study, accept it or not accept it. It's just an information. Thank you very much.